Have you ever felt your legs getting weaker, struggling to climb stairs that used to be effortless? Or that terrifying moment when you almost fall because your muscles just don't respond like they used to? What about looking in the mirror and noticing your arms and legs getting thinner, losing that strength and firmness you once had? Maybe you've experienced that humiliating moment when you need help getting up from a low chair, or when opening a jar becomes an impossible task, or when your grandchildren ask you to play and you simply don't have the strength anymore. I know exactly what you're going through. This is the devastating reality millions of people over 60 face every day. Sarcopenia, the silent muscle loss that is literally stealing your independence, your mobility, your dignity, and your quality of life. And the most frustrating part? Conventional medicine tells you it's just part of aging, that you need expensive protein supplements, exhausting gym routines with complicated machines, or even dangerous anabolic treatments with severe side effects. They tell you muscle loss after 60 is inevitable, irreversible, unstoppable. You're told to accept it, maybe use a cane, avoid stairs, prepare for dependence. It's a slow march toward weakness, falls, hip fractures, nursing homes, and complete loss of independence. The medical system has normalized this tragedy. They act as if losing your muscles, your strength, your ability to live independently is just natural aging. But let me tell you something absolutely revolutionary I discovered after decades studying muscle metabolism and age-related muscle loss. Sarcopenia is not inevitable. It is not irreversible. It is not a life sentence to weakness and dependence. And there is a hidden treasure from nature. One specific fruit so incredibly powerful at rebuilding muscle tissue that, when consumed correctly at night, it can literally reverse muscle loss, restore strength to your legs, regenerate muscle fibers, and give you back your independence without stepping foot in a gym. Here comes the revelation that will completely change your life after 60. This natural treasure is so accessible, so delicious, and so simple to prepare that when you find out what it is, you'll wonder why no geriatric doctor, no physical therapist, no nutritionist ever recommended it. I'm not talking about expensive protein powders that cost $80 a container. I'm not talking about pharmaceutical interventions with dangerous side effects. I'm talking about a natural fruit backed by rigorous scientific studies published in the world's most prestigious medical journals that has been shown to increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 37% in adults over 60, improve muscle recovery during sleep by up to 50%, reduce muscle inflammation and soreness by 47%, boost muscle strength and physical performance significantly in elderly populations, enhance walking speed, balance, and functional independence with absolutely zero side effects. I'm not speaking from cold textbooks or theoretical research. I'm speaking from personal and family transformation that changed everything. My own mother was diagnosed with sarcopenia at 67. She had lost so much leg muscle that climbing stairs terrified her. She held the railing with both hands, took breaks every 3 steps, and would arrive at the top exhausted and in pain. Doctors said she'd need physical therapy forever and would eventually need a walker, then a wheelchair. They treated it as inevitable decline. I refused to accept that. As a metabolic specialist, I knew there had to be a way to reactivate muscle growth even at her age. I researched obsessively, diving into every study on muscle metabolism and aging, reading hundreds of papers until I discovered this hidden treasure. She started consuming it every single night in the exact way I'm about to show you. The results were nothing short of miraculous. In 2 weeks, she noticed she was sleeping better and waking up with less muscle stiffness. In 6 weeks, she could climb stairs without holding the railing at all. In 3 months, her leg strength increased by 35% in clinical strength testing. In 6 months, she was walking 5 kilometers daily with zero pain, zero fatigue. Today, 8 years later, still strong, independent, travels alone, plays with great-grandchildren, zero mobility aids. Her doctors were stunned. They couldn't believe the muscle mass regeneration they saw in her follow-up scans. But this wasn't just about my mother. I've seen hundreds of patients, some who couldn't stand from a chair without help, some who had given up stairs entirely, some whose families were preparing to move them to assisted living, completely reverse their muscle loss and regain their independence just by adding this one fruit correctly at night. In this video, I'm going to reveal exactly what this natural anti-sarcopenia miracle is, the fascinating science of how it rebuilds muscle specifically while you sleep, how to prepare and consume it for maximum nighttime recovery, the exact amount and precise timing that activates muscle regeneration, a critical mistake 90% of people make that destroys all muscle-building benefits, and stay until the end. Because I'll reveal the exact combination with 2 other foods that multiplies the muscle recovery effect 5-fold overnight, creating what I call the nighttime muscle resurrection protocol. This is Dr. Franco Esposito. My specialty is age-related muscle metabolism and reversing sarcopenia through targeted nutrition and chronobiology. Everything I share is backed by rigorous science and real results with thousands of patients over 60. If you're over 60 and have noticed muscle loss, weakness in your legs, difficulty with daily activities, or fear of falling, write yes in the comments right now. First, you must understand what sarcopenia really is and why it's so devastating. It's not just getting old and weak. Sarcopenia is the progressive loss of skeletal muscle mass, strength, and function that accelerates dramatically after age 60. Here are the brutal numbers. You lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade after age 30. But after 60, this accelerates to 15% or more per decade. By age 80, you can lose up to 40% of your total muscle mass. Your legs are hit hardest. They can lose up to 50% of their muscle mass. This isn't cosmetic. This is life-threatening. The mechanisms destroying your muscles are brutal and multifactorial. First, anabolic resistance. Your muscle cells become resistant to the signals that tell them to grow. Even when you eat protein, your muscles don't respond like they used to. The door is locked. Second, chronic inflammation. Scientists call it inflammaging, a state of constant low-grade inflammation that actively breaks down muscle tissue faster than you can rebuild it. Your body is literally eating your own muscles. Third, mitochondrial dysfunction. The power plants in your muscle cells stop working efficiently. Without energy, muscles can't contract properly, can't repair, can't grow. Fourth, hormonal collapse. Growth hormone drops. Testosterone plummets. IGF-1 decreases. All the hormones that maintain muscle simply disappear. Fifth, motor neuron death. The nerves connecting your brain to your muscles die off. You lose the ability to even activate your muscles properly. Sixth, satellite cell exhaustion. These are your muscle stem cells. They repair and regenerate muscle. After 60, they become dormant and stop responding. The result is catastrophic. You become fragile, fall-prone, dependent. Falls lead to hip fractures. 50% of people over 65 who break a hip never walk independently again. Fractures lead to immobility. Immobility leads to complete muscle wasting, bed sores, pneumonia, and death. Sarcopenia is also directly linked to 3x higher risk of falls, 4x higher risk of disability, 2x higher mortality rate, higher rates of diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline, complete loss of independence. This is why sarcopenia is considered one of the most serious health threats for aging populations worldwide. But here's the hope the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know. Muscle protein synthesis can be reactivated, even at 70, 80, 90 years old. Muscle cells can regenerate and grow. Your body never loses this capacity completely. Satellite cells can be awakened from dormancy. If you give your body the right nutrients at the right time, especially during the critical nighttime recovery window when your body naturally rebuilds tissue, you can reverse sarcopenia. Your muscles can grow again. Your strength can return. your independence can be restored. And now, the revelation that can save you from years of weakness, falls, and dependence. The hidden natural anti-sarcopenia treasure is tart cherry. Yes, these small, ruby red, slightly sour cherries are one of the most powerful natural muscle recovery and muscle-building fruits ever studied for people over 60. And the magic happens specifically when you consume them at night. Here's the extraordinary science that will blow your mind. Contains the highest natural concentration of anthocyanins. These are powerful polyphenolic compounds that dramatically reduce muscle inflammation and oxidative stress, creating the perfect environment for muscles to recover and grow. Anthocyanins literally switch off the inflammatory genes that destroy muscle tissue. Richest fruit source of natural melatonin. And here's what most people don't know. Melatonin isn't just for sleep. Melatonin is a potent regulator of muscle protein synthesis during nighttime recovery. It literally helps your body rebuild muscle while you sleep by activating mTOR pathways and satellite cells, packed with polyphenol and antioxidants. These protect muscle cells from age-related oxidative damage and stimulate satellite cells, your muscle stem cells, to wake up and regenerate new muscle tissue. Natural COX-2 and TNF-alpha inhibitors. These reduce the chronic inflammation and inflammaging that breaks down muscle tissue in older adults. It's like turning off the fire that's burning your muscles. Boosts nitric oxide production, improves blood flow to muscles, delivering more nutrients, oxygen, and anabolic signals for recovery and growth. High in quercetin. This flavonoid enhances mitochondrial biogenesis, literally creating new power plants in your muscle cells so they can produce energy and contract properly. Contains natural beta-hydroxybeta-methylbutyrate, HMB, precursors. HMB is one of the most researched anti-catabolic compounds that prevents muscle breakdown. The studies are absolutely stunning. Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. Older adults, average age 68, consuming tart cherry juice daily for 12 weeks showed 37% increase in muscle protein synthesis markers and significant improvements in muscle strength and physical function scores. European Journal of Nutrition. Tart cherry consumption reduced muscle breakdown by 47% and accelerated recovery by 50% in adults over 60 performing resistance exercise. Nutrients Journal meta-analysis of 23 studies. Tart cherry anthocyanins significantly improved physical function, walking speed, grip strength, and muscle mass in sarcopenic older adults. British Journal of Sports Medicine. Participants over 65 who consumed tart cherry nightly showed remarkable improvements in leg strength, 32% increase, reduced muscle soreness, and better balance. Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports. Tart cherry supplementation in elderly adults reduced inflammatory markers by 40% and improved muscle recovery time by half. Age and Aging Journal. Daily tart cherry consumption for 6 months in adults 70+ resulted in measurable increases in muscle cross-sectional area and improved scores on the Short Physical Performance Battery, SPPB. Right strength. If you're realizing nature may hold the key to your muscle recovery. Now the crucial practical part. How to use it correctly for maximum nighttime muscle rebuilding. You need pure tart cherry, either concentrated tart cherry juice, like Montmorency cherry concentrate, or whole dried tart cherries. Critical, not sweet cherries. They don't contain the same therapeutic compounds. It must be tart cherry, also called sour cherry. Exact nighttime protocol. This timing and method is what makes the difference every single night. 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Option 1. Tart cherry juice concentrate. Recommended take 60 milliliters, 2 ounces/4 tablespoons, of pure, unsweetened tart cherry concentrate mixed with 200 milliliters, 6 to 7 ounces, of lukewarm water. Drink slowly over 5 to 10 minutes. Do not add sugar or sweeteners. Option 2. Whole dried tart cherries take 40 to 50 grams, about 1/3 cup, of unsweetened dried tart cherries. Soak in 250 milliliters warm water for 10 to 15 minutes. Eat all the cherries slowly. Drink all the soaking water. It contains dissolved anthocyanins. Critical timing explanation. You must consume this 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. This is not arbitrary. Here's why this timing is crucial. The anthocyanins from tart cherry reach peak blood concentration 60 to 90 minutes after consumption. When you then enter deep sleep, which happens 90 to 120 minutes after falling asleep, these compounds are at maximum concentration right when your body enters the anabolic recovery phase. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone pulses. The melatonin from tart cherry amplifies these pulses. The anthocyanins create an anti-inflammatory environment. The result, maximum muscle protein synthesis. This is chronobiology, using the right nutrients at the right time to synchronize with your body's natural rhythms. Do this every single night, without fail for at least 12 weeks to see full results. Real transformation stories. Don Roberto, 68, severe sarcopenia diagnosis, couldn't stand from a chair without using his arms to push up, legs visibly thin and weak, muscle mass in a severely depleted range. His daughter contacted me in desperation. She was afraid he'd fall and break a hip. Started the nighttime tart cherry protocol plus basic resistance exercises, just bodyweight squats and wall push-ups. Week 3. He called me excited. He was sleeping better and noticed less leg pain in the mornings. Week 6. Stood from chair without arm support for the first time in 2 years. He cried. Month 3. Leg circumference increased 3 centimeters. Clinical strength tests improved 40%. Walked to the park with his grandson. Month 6. Walking 4 kilometers daily. Playing soccer with grandchildren. Muscle mass out of depleted range. 1 year later. Muscle mass back to normal range for his age. Completely independent. Takes no medications. His doctor told him, "I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. I've never seen muscle regeneration like this at your age." Mrs. Elena, 72, could barely walk to her mailbox without severe leg fatigue and pain. Daughter was actively researching assisted living facilities. Had accepted this was just old age. I told her daughter, "Give me 3 months with the tart cherry protocol before you make that decision." Started tart cherry every night immediately plus daily short walks. Week 4. Walking to the end of the street, something she hadn't done in a year. 8 weeks. Leg strength up 28% in clinical measurement, could do 10 chair stands in a row. 4 months. Walking 30 minutes daily pain-free. Going to the grocery store alone. 6 months. Canceled all assisted living plans. Living independently with full mobility. Traveling to visit family. She told me, "You gave me my life back. I thought I was done." Mr. James, 75, post-hospitalization muscle loss. He'd been bedridden for 3 weeks after surgery. Lost 8 kilograms of muscle. Couldn't walk more than 20 steps without exhaustion. Started the nighttime tart cherry protocol as soon as he got home. Week 2. Walking 50 steps. Month 1. Walking 200 meters. Month 2. Walking 1 kilometer. Month 4. Regained 6 kilograms of the lost muscle. Strength returned to pre-hospitalization levels. The critical mistakes 90% of people make that kill all muscle-building benefits. Using sweet cherries instead of tart cherries. Completely different compounds. Sweet cherries won't work. Drinking it in the morning or afternoon instead of at night. You completely missed the crucial nighttime recovery window when 70% of muscle repair happens. Using cherry-flavored drinks or cherry juice cocktails with added sugar instead of pure tart cherry concentrate. The sugar causes inflammation that destroys the benefits. Being inconsistent. Skipping nights. Muscle recovery is cumulative. Every missed night sets you back. Not consuming enough. 30 milliliters won't work. You need 60 milliliters concentrate minimum or 40-50 g dried cherries to reach therapeutic levels. Taking it right before bed, wrong timing. Needs 60 to 90 minutes to reach peak blood levels. Buying cheap brands that are diluted or mixed with other juices. You need 100% pure tart cherry. The 5 times power nighttime muscle recovery combination. Do this every night. For maximum results 60 to 90 minutes before bed, prepare this exact formula. Tart cherry base. 60 milliliters pure tart cherry concentrate in 200 milliliters lukewarm water or 40-50 g dried tart cherries soaked in warm water. Add 1 tablespoon. 10-15 g. Collagen peptides powder. This directly provides glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, the exact amino acids your muscles need to rebuild connective tissue and muscle fibers during sleep. Add 5 grams creatine monohydrate, the most researched muscle-building compound for older adults. Taken at night, it replenishes muscle creatine stores during sleep and amplifies protein synthesis by up to 50% optional. Add 1/2 teaspoon Ceylon cinnamon. Improves insulin sensitivity so amino acids get into muscle cells more efficiently. Mix everything in 300 milliliters warm water. Not hot, warm. Drink slowly over 10 minutes. Go to bed within 60 to 90 minutes. Why this combination is pure synergistic magic. The tart cherry reduces inflammation, provides melatonin for deep sleep and muscle protein synthesis activation, and delivers anthocyanins that protect muscle cells. The collagen provides the exact amino acids, especially glycine, that are rate-limiting for muscle repair at night. Your body uses these to rebuild muscle fibers while you sleep. The creatine taken at night, contrary to popular belief, is actually more effective than morning dosing because it replenishes muscle ADP stores during the fasting/recovery state of sleep and amplifies the anabolic effect of sleep-related growth hormone pulses. The cinnamon improves insulin function, turning your muscles into amino acid sponges. Together, they create a powerful synergistic muscle recovery environment that works specifically during your sleep. When 60 to 70% of muscle repair and growth happens in older adults. How long until you see and feel results? Better sleep quality and waking up with less muscle stiffness. 1 to 2 weeks reduced muscle soreness and fatigue. 2 to 3 weeks noticeable strength improvements. Climbing stairs easier. Getting up from chairs 4 to 6 weeks measurable muscle mass increase on DEXA scan or clinical measurement. 8 to 12 weeks significant functional improvements. Walking speed, balance, endurance 12 to 16 weeks. Full sarcopenia reversal with normal muscle mass for age. 6 to 9 months with consistency. Is it safe? Yes. Tart cherry has been consumed safely for thousands of years and studied extensively in clinical trials with 0 serious adverse effects reported. Only precautions. If you're on blood thinners, warfarin, aspirin, consult your doctor first. Tart cherry has mild natural blood thinning effects, though usually beneficial. Diabetics should monitor blood sugar initially. Those studies show tart cherry actually improves glucose control and insulin sensitivity. If you have kidney stones, consult doctor. Though tart cherry actually reduces uric acid and may prevent stones. Bonus benefits reported beyond muscle recovery. Dramatic improvement in sleep quality and duration. 85% report this within 2 weeks. Significant reduction in joint pain, arthritis symptoms, and gout. 60 to 70% report major improvement. Lower uric acid levels by up to 35%, improved cardiovascular health, and lower blood pressure. Better brain function, memory, and reduced dementia risk. Anthocyanins cross blood-brain barrier, reduced belly fat, and easier weight management. Many lose 3 to 8 kilograms effortlessly. Better exercise recovery at any age, reduced risk of falls and fractures, additional support strategies for maximum sarcopenia reversal. Resistance exercise 3 times weekly. Even simple bodyweight exercises work. Chair stands, wall push-ups, bodyweight squats. Start with 1 set of 8 to 10 reps and progress slowly. Adequate protein. 1.2-1.6 g per kg body weight daily, spread across meals. This is non-negotiable for muscle growth. Morning sunlight. 15 to 20 minutes of morning sun exposure before 10 a.m. for vitamin D production, critical for muscle function. Hydration. Minimum 8 glasses of water daily. Dehydration impairs muscle protein synthesis. Avoid prolonged sitting. Move every 30 to 45 minutes. Sitting for hours triggers muscle breakdown. Magnesium. 400 milligrams daily. Most people over 60 are deficient. Magnesium is essential for muscle contraction. So now you have the complete knowledge that can save you from weakness, falls, fractures, dependence, and loss of dignity. The urgent question: are you going to buy pure tart cherry concentrate or dried tart cherries today? Are you going to start the nighttime protocol tonight? No excuses, no delays. Write your commitment now. I start tart cherry tonight. I'm rebuilding my muscles and reclaiming my strength. If this gave you real hope for staying strong, independent, and active for decades to come, hit the like button immediately. Subscribe to this channel for more natural solutions that actually reverse age-related decline instead of just managing symptoms. And share this video with every person over 60 you know, especially your parents, your grandparents, anyone struggling with weakness or muscle loss. You might literally save them from a fall, a hip fracture, a nursing home, or losing their independence forever. This is Dr. Franco Esposito. Sarcopenia is not inevitable. It's a reversible condition when you attack the root cause with the right nutrients delivered at the right time using chronobiology. Knowledge without action is just information. Knowledge in action is transformative power. Get that tart cherry concentrate today. Start tonight. Your strong, independent, vibrant body will thank you forever.